you've been watching my videos for the longest time, you will know that I am very, 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 very into music. Music is my life. Music is my everything. I do not go a day without listening to a song, an album, a tune, a melody, a jingle. I have been loving music since I was a child. My mom said I used to sing when I was little. I even told her that I would like to be a musician one day, but she was like, I would be really bad because I have a really bad voice, so served it to me right up front and right fucking straight. But that did not stop me from listening to music and still developing a huge passion and love for it, to the point that I actually had a job for a year where I worked for a music streaming site as one of their content managers. Being a content manager at a music streaming platform is very, very different from being a content manager at, say, a newspaper or publication or anywhere. The content I was managing was music. So I was listening to music, I was listening to songs, I was listening to albums, and I would put them in playlists. I would put them on the home page. I would categorize them by mood. I was the human being behind a couple of playlists on the platform. No matter what I do, where I go, I think my love for music always shows through. And on my Instagram stories, I'm always posting songs I'm listening to, albums I'm excited about, musicians I love. And I always get comments from people saying that, oh Diola, you listen to such interesting music. You listen to artists I've never heard of before. Like, how do you find these people? Who are these people? Like, I've never heard of this person before. In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down 5 ways you can discover new music. If you are someone that wants to listen to your 2014 playlist on repeat all the time, 24/7, that's great for you. But for people like me who are constantly on the lookout for something new, something exciting, something wonderful to listen to, this video is... Let me put on my headphones so you guys know that I am being very, very serious right now. I am a headphone person. I love headphones. I do not like earbuds. They just feel so awkward inside my ear. I love over-the-head headphones, and I love cute ones like this as well. The first, and I think the easiest way, is via features. A feature is when a musician is on another song. If one of your favorite artists release a song and it features somebody that you have never heard of before, but you like the song and you like the sound of their voice and you like, you know, the kind of vibe you're getting, click on the name of the artist and explore what else that artist has released. Most of the time, your favorite artists are featuring their favorite artist, or they're featuring underground artists that they really like. So if your favorite artist likes that artist, most likely the music is going to kind of be in your style. It might be a little experimental because the reason why your favorite artist is featuring that artist is because maybe they have a different sound, you know, maybe they're in a different genre, but it shouldn't stop you from just checking their music out, maybe listening to a couple of their singles or EPs if they have a lot of stuff out. A classic example of this for me was how I discovered Mickey Echo. Back when Rihanna used to make music, I wasn't making lingerie and makeup and maybe furniture, because I've been hearing a couple of things. She featured an artist called Mickey Echo on one of her songs, Stay. I don't remember the name of the album it came from, but all the information will just be on screen. And I heard his voice and I absolutely loved it. He and Rihanna just flowed and sang so well on that song, and I was just like, damn, who is this guy? Who are you, Mickey Echo? I went to look at Mickey Echo's discography and I really liked his sound. Listening to his music, I could completely see why Rihanna really liked his music. It was just really good, and since then I have been a Mickey Echo fan. That is how I discovered Mickey Echo, and that is how you can actually discover music as well. Just check out who your favorite artists are featuring, you know, maybe listen to a single, listen to something, and you might surprise yourself and find something interesting and maybe find your new favorite artist. The second way to find new music is via playlists. At really big streaming platforms, it's going to be a combination of the algorithm and of people making playlists and all these kind of like mood sets that you see on these streaming platforms. Algorithms make playlists. It's actually not as like very far-fetched. Basically have a code that is reaching like maybe the top 100 songs in a particular location, and they can, you know, use data to find that and just compile it into a playlist. But yes, playlists, whether they're made by algorithms or whether they're made by people, are a great way to find new music. Pick your mood, pick your genre. The streaming platform would make a couple of playlists for each genre, and you can just play one of the playlists and just like listen to what they have there. This is an interesting way to find music that maybe you would have never heard of before. It is someone's job to listen to so much music and then categorize them into the perfect little boxes for you and I to enjoy. A playlist that I absolutely loved all my life is called The Wave on Apple Music. It is a combination of dance and hip-hop music, and the editor, the manager that is in charge of that playlist just just nails it all the fucking time. I remember the first time I was listening to this playlist, I just kept on saving songs from that playlist. I saved so many songs from that playlist. There are many playlists out there. Just find your mood, find a playlist, and just let it on in the background. Just keep playing, and every time you hear a song, you're like, save that song to your music library and then go and explore the artist if it's an artist you've never heard of before. Don't be afraid to let a song linger. Don't be afraid to just, you know, feel out a song. Sometimes when you're listening to music in a genre that maybe you've never really explored before, you will have a knee-jerk reaction to kind of skip, but I implore you, just allow a song to linger. Listen to at least a minute and a half of a song before you decide you don't like it. From that one song on the playlist, you can now go to that artist, you can check out that artist's discography, you can see if that song was part of an album or if it was part of an EP, and listen to that album, listen to that EP. The great thing about a well-curated playlist, it is music in vibe form. Like a particular vibe, a particular feeling, a particular mood, if it can be summed up in a playlist and if it's done really well, it's such a fantastic, amazing thing. I do my best to find the songs that perfectly fit that vibe. Giola from the future editing this video right now, and she wants to let you know that if you subscribe to her YouTube channel, you actually get access to her music playlist. I have moved from Apple Music to YouTube Music, and I have either moved my playlist or remade a couple of my playlists. So if you're interested in listening to my playlist, subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can check out my music playlists. In all of the streaming platforms, there is somebody there working hard on those playlists. So I would implore you to listen to those playlists and find some new songs and new albums that you might have never listened to. Speaking of editors making playlists and maintaining playlists, the third way you can find and explore new music is by exploring your streaming service in-app option. Many streaming services on their front page are going to be feeding you music, and most of the time they have a tab that says new music, new releases, except for Spotify. Spotify's homepage doesn't show you new music. Like, it does not at all. It just shows you playlist upon playlist and mixes upon mixes, and shows you your own playlist, but doesn't show you new music. Like, I know Davido has released a new album. He's here on the cover of 2 playlists, but there is no Davido album, Davido single on the homepage. Like, I want to see Davido's stuff. I know Chloe has released a new album. This one I know, but it's not showing me Chloe's new album. It's only showing me Chloe's new album here because I listened to it this morning. It's under recently played. But there's no tab for new music. There's no tab for new songs. It's just endless playlist upon playlist upon playlist. And Spotify, I know your playlists are good, but like, I want to see new shit. And you can see new releases from artists that you've listened to or artists that you kind of might want to listen to, because the thing about these streaming services is that they want to show you stuff that you like. The YouTube algorithm, the Spotify algorithm, all these algorithms and codes are trying to figure out what is your taste and give you more of it. Many of them use the front page to kind of feed you content that you might like, and they use the new releases section to do that very well. It might not be the best way to find new music that maybe you've never heard of before, because most of the time I have found that these new release sections show you music from artists that you already listen to. Once in a while they will throw in somebody that maybe you've never listened to before, but it mostly shows you music from people that you've already listened to. So it's a great way to keep up with artists, but it's not a great way to find new artists, if you get what I mean. Number 4, and this one might be a little bit tricky, is checking out producers. Checking out a producer's catalog is a great way to find the whole spread, because producers work with a lot of different artists. A producer in music industry terms is the person that is sitting down and making the beat and making the song. Going through a producer's catalog is a great way to find music, especially if you're looking for music in a particular genre. An example I would say is Murder on the Beat. If you have listened to one Murder on the Beat produced song and you're like, I like this, I wonder what else he has done that maybe sounds like this, you just have to go through his catalog and you end up finding other songs that maybe you didn't even know were by Murder on the Beats, and artists that you were like, I've never heard of that before. That sounds really interesting. 2 of my favorite producers are Diplo and Calvin Harris. They are behind some of the biggest pop and electronic music songs in the world, and I absolutely love their work. So apart from them working with some of the biggest artists in the world, they make music for themselves and they're so fucking good. Oh, so yes, if you like the way a song sounds, if you're really interested in the minute details, that kind of thing, look up the producer of that song and see what that producer has also worked on. That is a great way to find music, especially when you're looking into genres. And the fifth and final way to find and explore new music is to follow music media. Follow music media outlets on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. Their job is to talk about music, and they will always be talking about the best new thing. Do try your best to be varied in the outlets that you follow, because most outlets devote themselves to one particular thing. For example, Complex is mostly towards hip-hop music, sometimes R&B, but they mostly report about hip-hop news. Pitchfork is more of the R&B, pop, electronic, alternative music scene, and I'm pretty sure like there's an outlet made for indie music, there's an outlet made for rock music, there's an outlet made for metal rock. Find the outlet that fits your genre, that fits your taste, that fits your interest, and follow them. They'll always have the news on your favorite artists. They will always let you know when something is about to be released, and they will always be there for you if you're looking for information about a genre, or if you're looking for information about artists in that particular genre. So there you go. 5 easy, simple ways for you to find and explore new music. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something new. Do not forget to conduct a note to the subscribe button so that you will always see this beautiful face on YouTube. Do not forget to replay the notification bell so that you will always get notifications of whenever I have a new video. Also, give the like button a rewind so that you can let the algorithm know that you like this video and other people should like this video as well. And do not forget to be awesome. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.